Sure, YouTube, welcome to today's video. I'll be unpacking more and more techniques on how to achieve an Afro house beat right here on FL Studio. So this will serve as a template on how to achieve a beat like Afro Brothers, CAIIRO, KUSUSA, all of those Afro house legends. So if you wanna make an Afro house beat like them, make sure to watch this video up till the end because I'll be revealing more and more techniques on how to achieve that. Likewise, if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and also share the video so that other producers can see this content. Otherwise, let's get into it. So all the sample packs that I'll be using in this video are in this folder. I try to group as much as I will need to achieve a nice drum kit in order for me not to waste time by trying to locate each sound pack. So the first thing we're gonna do is add a kick, fill each 4-step, and also make sure that your BPM is on the range 120 to 124. I would prefer 120. So I'm gonna add 2 kicks, just to create my own unique kick, and then I'll fill each 4-step on them. Then send it to the mixer, and then send it to the mixer. And just add a bit of EQ to it. And then we're gonna proceed to add on, let's add a snare, a double snare just like that. And add reverb, lots of reverb to it. Add lots of reverb. But then I'm not gonna use it for now, so I'll just take it to pattern 2 and then go back to my pattern 1. Now let's add a stomp. So stomps are those elements that give your track that tribal or ancestral feel. So just make sure to add a bit of reverb to each of these. So let's add another stomp as well. As you can see, there's a bit of a tail here, so I'm gonna chop it off by increasing the stat. And then also give this a bit of reverb. Now we can add a shaker. I'm gonna fill each 4-step. This is a loop, so yeah, I'm gonna fill each 4-step. Add some reverb to it as well. I'm gonna gonna take my pattern 1, put it on the playlist, and then take my pattern 2, that double clap, and then put it right there at the end of the fourth bar. So what I'm gonna do next is add a loop and adjust the time so that it matches with the BPM of our beat. So I'm gonna adjust the time just like that. Switch to song mode. As you can hear, it sounds off, so I'm gonna reduce the time and then make it fit to our BPM. Add reverb. Now we can proceed to add sounds now. Let's get something from Purity. We're gonna start off with the synth. I mean a string. So let's go to our presets, go to string, and select a nice string. Let's stick with that one. Reduce the volume, go to piano roll. I'm just gonna paste in one drone note. So let's just find a nice root note that we're gonna stick to. Okay, let's go for something much lower. Okay, now I'm gonna transpose this 1 octave upward. So I'm gonna go from F3 to F4. That's just transposing it 1 octave upward. Now I think we can transpose it 1 octave downward, then go from F3 to F2, and then it's just gonna sound lower, but we're not changing the whole key of the song. We're just giving it more frequency, more low frequencies. Let me undo to go back to the original velocity. So the velocity we can reduce is that of the high note, since it sounds too high, and I don't want the drone note to be too high. So we're gonna be doing a bit of mixing as we are building our song. I'm gonna cut some low sounds and also some high sounds. Now we're gonna add a melody from Nexus. Let's try add some short notes, create a melody. Reduce the volume, take this a bit upward, hold Control and arrow up to take it an octave upward. Okay, that sounds too sharp, so let's reduce the cutoff. Okay, that sounds fine. So let's just try plug in some random notes and come up with a nice melody. Okay, I think that's fine. So let's just duplicate this over our channel rack. Hold Control and B. So let's do some bit of tweaking here just to give it a different sound, make our own unique sound. Now we can add, let's see what we can add. Looking for a certain plugin, Sakura. Let's try add a violin. Yeah, violin would do. So I'm gonna go to our root note. It sounds too low, so let's transpose it upward. Okay, let's paste it on a separate pattern since this one is too short. So let's duplicate this and then just extend. So let's duplicate this as well and then paste pattern 4 here, pattern 4, and then extend it. So let's try fill this whole space up. Okay, now we can add an accompanying bass line that's gonna back up the strings that I've just added, the violin. So let's go to analog bass 4. So I'll just make use of ghost notes, these notes highlighted in gray, and then just fill in notes just like that. So this is the template that I want to give to you guys in order to try come up with a nice Afro beat for yourselves. So I'm also going to try add some changes there and there and then try to apply my own techniques in order to improve the beat and see what I can come up with from these Afro house template of ours. You guys, I hope you were following and managed to recreate all of these that I've just showed you. But then from now on, I'll be time-lapsing the video, so you won't be able to see much that I'll be doing. But then the final product, the final FLP project, will be available on my PayHip store for purchase. So you guys can click the link on the description to purchase the final project that I'll come up with. So let me start doing some changes. Sure, guys. So I've managed to put all that was in my mind into this beat. So I'm gonna try show you all the major changes that I made to it. I've managed to change the bass line. I've managed to also add a second melody and also change the chord progression of the song. So since my PC is glitching because I tried playing it whilst I'm recording on the other side, so it's just becoming too heavy on my RAM. So I just exported and then I pasted the MP3 file on the project. So I muted everything now. I'm just gonna play the MP3 file. So this is the second melody. So this is the double clap that we had originally, and then the first melody that we did together, I made it gradually come in, so the volume is automated like that, as you can see. But then as of now, we are busy having our second melody playing in first, and then I also automated the volume of the strings that we did together. And then right here where I removed the strings is where I'm putting in the new chord progression, because the reason why I removed it is because when I played it, it was they were conflicting, the notes were conflicting, so I had to remove pattern 4 and then paste the new chord progression. So I'll quickly go over the changes that I made. The first thing that I did, which made me easily apply all the other changes, is come up with this chord progression first. So all the other changes that I added were just corresponding with the chord progression, so they have to align with the keys that I used here. So it's difficult, I think for me it would be difficult to come up with a chord progression that will fit with the melody, or I don't think it won't be the last thing for me to add this chord progression. So I have to start off with it in order to make life easier for me. So I had to start off with this, and yeah, I just had to figure out keys that go in well and sound nice to my ear. So I can't even say which scale this is or which chord this is, because I'm not a music theory guru. But then yeah, it just sounded right to my ears. Let me just play it for you. I'm gonna solo it. So it's not only about plugging in notes. At least you must know something in order to guide you into doing all of this. So the easiest thing that I did here was to start off with my root note. My root note was F3, right? And then I just transpose it upwards. So this is where I started off. I started off with 2 keys each time. I started off with 2 keys. Right, so to make this sound more full, I don't even know how to explain it, but to make it sound more full, I then added on the third notes into each segment, just like that. And then the following thing I did became a bit easy for me, which was to add the second melody. So this was easy for me to build because I started off with the hardest part for me, which was the chord progression. So when I started off creating this melody, it was just a constant melody, just like that. As you can see, it repeats itself, just like that. It even sounds off key, just like that. It repeats itself. But then now, because I have a chord progression in the background and there's a change in chords that's happening over here. All right, there's a change that's happening over here, as you can see. So what I did is I dragged all of these notes and changed the root note to D#4. But then these middle notes sound off key, so I had to drag them upward. So I was guided by my ghost notes, just like that. And then since there's also a change in chords over here, I dragged this to the new root note, just like that. Okay, let me deselect that one. But then it sounds off key, so the middle notes have to go upward to that ghost note over there. So I'm just gonna undo each and everything to go back to my changes. All right, so let me just solo this again. So the next major change that I did was obviously change the bassline. As you can see, I changed the bassline. So the other changes that I made was to add these effects, as you can see, and then there's a Zile splash as well, just to play around with these. And also I created an automation clip of the loop that I had. Also I added a lot of reverb to it, and yeah, I think that's it. You guys can find the final project as it looks like this loop on my PayHip store. Just click the link on the description in order to purchase it, the project. Feel free to do whatever you wish with the project. If you wanna add some changes, remove some elements, add your own touches, rearrange it, or just practice on it, use it as a template in order to make Afro house beats for you. So yeah, let me just play it once more for you. Sure guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and I hope you learned a lot from it. I'll catch you on my next video. Cheers.